This is a little bit of background on the cicada collection location. We come up out of the Caribou Creek area along this hillside through a forest of Jeffrey pine, and then we move up a little higher into this slope dominated by the mountain mahogany, the Cercocarpus ledifolius in the rose family. And the soil changes a bit and becomes somewhat like the Pebble Plain habitat over in Baldwin Lake area, and just dominated by a thicket of the mountain mahogany. Apparently this is where the cicada like to go, and they're frequently found on the ground, but occasionally they'll still be connected to a limb. And you know, they're not so easy to see mixed in with the pine duff and other decaying plant material, but they're here. I'm trying to find this other one that I'm having problems finding because, you know, yeah. The whole process is quite meditative because the more you look, the more you see, but you have to relax into the spot and actually be here. It's interesting, at some point in the history of this medicine, it was believed that different parts of the cicada had different functions, and so it'd be separated, the limbs from the body. The limbs were believed to have a different function than the body. And if you imagine, I mean, besides the meditative aspect of just collecting this medicinal, to sit and separate the limbs from the body, it's going to lead to a further meditative state and a type of alchemical process where possibly the intention of the processor is imbued upon the medicine. To me, it just seems like there's something very special about this whole process. Sometimes the ones that I find still connected to the branches, I don't collect because it seems like they're not done yet, so to speak. I feel better about collecting the ones that are already on the ground. I'm quite sure they're done, so to speak. And there's no shortage of those. What if they were lovers? What if they still are? Souls inextricably conjoined across incarnations. So this is a more denser collection of the cicada. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, there's five, there's six, there's seven, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12, and 13, and 14, and 15, and blah blah blah. There's quite a few in this little area. And I mean, if you're not looking for them, you could probably miss them. And here's one up in a tree, or up in the mountain mahogany. It's in the rose family. Can we really call it a tree? It's really neat when the sun is coming through it like that, and I think it gives a sense of the something spiritual. A little forest, Cercocarpus ledifolius, Pinion monophylla, and over there, the big one, is the Pinus jeffreyi. And the cicada come here to enter the netherworld.